Hello, welcome back to Time in the UK. I wanted to come back to you really with an update on this. I've obviously unboxed it and showed the unboxing, and I just wanted to come back with an update on the review for this particular watch. It's Caseno automatic out of China, AliExpress sale, special offer, whatever, about 50 quid, I believe it was at the time. Honestly, my review isn't positive 100%. I'm not really that. I don't like it. That's the honest answer. So I think they've done a great job for the price. The quality is okay. The watch looks all right, but I just think they've missed the boat on a couple of things, and I'm just going to go through what they've missed the boat on. So let me just pop the crown out. So undo the crown, pop the crown out, and there's the first thing that they've missed the boat on. The Cyclops magnification isn't there. Pet hate. I really hate, when they have a Cyclops and it doesn't magnify enough. So that's the first problem. But we can't all be negative. So let's have a positive. What do I like about the watch? Put this crown back in. It's a bit tricky getting this crown in. It seems to want to spring back out again all the time. So, okay, but we can't have negatives all the time. And there is another negative coming. Well, there's a couple actually. But first, I think we'll have a positive. So positive, pretty nicely machined. Got a nice little polished edge there on the bezel. This is obviously popped on. The side of the case is nicely polished. The top of the case is nicely brushed. Okay, that's the positive. The dial looks well done. The indices are all lined up nicely. I like the printing of the brand name on there. That's quite nice. And I like the shape of the GMT hand. Okay, negatives then. I don't like the Mercedes hands. On a white Rolex, they have black edges on them. These are silver. So I feel that they've missed a trick, because with the black edge, the hour and minute hands really do pop. And also I do quite like it when they have black trims around the indices as well. I do quite like that. But that's just a personal thing. So the other thing that I don't like is this. Yep. Not the sound of a quality strap bracelet, is it? So the bracelet, don't get me wrong, is okay. Got polished centre links. The clasp is cast, not milled, or if it is milled, it's just not milled very well. Because if you just catch the light, you can see that it looks soap bar-y, if you know what I mean by that, rather than machined. Okay, so I do think that the case is cast, and on the inside as well, it looks pretty cast. So whether they cast these things and mill them afterwards, I don't know. Or maybe they just cast this and polished it. There's 3 micro adjusts on it. There's no sweaty day extension or anything like that on this. You're on your own on that one. Apart from that, the clasp is okay. It just shuts and closes. Does what it says on the tin. Doesn't jump off your wrist. But for me, it's a 7.5, 7, 8 out of 10 sort of thing. It's a nice tie, but no cigar. And the last thing that I find really annoying about the whole thing is it's 43mm, and for me it's just too big. It just needs to be a hair smaller, because it's all very well if you want to go clubbing seals to death or something like that and you need a bit of size. There's no massive weight to this particular watch, so I'll come back to you with a weight, but 43mm is what the case width is. And I think for me, it's just a bit on the big side. It does sort of sit there. If you want to go down the pub and, if you've got a bigger wrist and 40 is too small for you, then this might be the one. But personally, I think for myself, I might be better off getting a Pagani with the black hands and a slightly better bracelet, So that's what I think about this. I mean, I can't fault it. The movement is great. It's a Chinese GMT movement. It works fine. keeps good time. You know, there's no real QC issues with it really, apart from the fact it's at its price point. I don't think this is sapphire crystal though. I don't know what it is. I do need to test it, so I will insert a picture of me testing it now. So we've got a reading off that. Not sapphire crystal, I'm afraid. And another little elephant in the room is I popped this into a drawer after filming my first segment of the video. And look what's happened. It's fell apart. So now I'm going to have to scratch through my drawer to find out where that little pin went. Oh, jolly good. Jolly nice. 143 grams, quite lightweight. Normally they're about 160 up to 180. But it's not too heavy. And side by side you can see the size difference between the 40mm and the 43. Caseno automatic GMT with vanishing hands because they're not trimmed in black. Now, if you just catch the light differently, can you see how the hands? Let's just see if I can do that again. How the hands sort of disappear. You know, they're not overly visible. I think if they had little black edges on, they would be a bit more visible, and it would be just a bit easier to read. I personally think that there's just something a little bit wrong there. I mean, that now they are showing as black because the reflection is of a black mobile phone camera, isn't it? So you can see that looks a bit better. The dial again, you know, well made. The engraving around the edge on the GMT bezel is very nicely done. So no problems there. But just personally, and the crown is logoed as well with a strange little logo that doesn't. Actually, the little logo in the top there, I thought originally that was Chinese script. It's not. CASENO. Thought it was a little Chinese symbol, but that's what I know, isn't it? Caseno GMT. Up in time in the UK. Thank you for stopping by.